Alright, how's everybody doing? So, just wanted to do an update on the 5-ton real quick. We pulled the injectors after pulling the valve covers and all that stuff. Pulled the injectors and they wound up being stopped up. There's some down in there. That's the injector. They got little holes around the bottom of them. Cover that back up. That let fuel go through. I'm trying to see if there's one right here. Let fuel go through, and they were stopped up, and you said you couldn't get nothing to go through them, huh? So how did you go about cleaning them?
Soaking them and spraying them out.
Just kept soaking them and spraying them. These little screens right here were kind of dirty.
The tips were rusted on them.
Yeah, the tips were a little rusted. The truck's set for a long time, but the injectors overall seem to be in pretty good shape. There's not much wear on them. So we're going to put them back in now that they're clean and try them out. And hopefully here in a couple hours we'll be making a video of this thing running around the yard. But we'll see. Alright, so this is another day in the life of a 5-ton owner. Now, just so y'all know what we've done, we've replaced the fuel line. This is the old fuel line here. This is a new hydraulic hose. We got it set up as our fuel line. We run it brand new, all the way to a new filter, a screw-on style filter, not the old housing style. It's all brand new, all the way to the pump. New pump, or remanufactured pump. We pulled the injectors out. We cleaned them out. They were stopped up, so we thought for sure that's the problem. Well, it turns out it still won't run. Now this is not a multi-fuel truck either. You see it's got the short pump on it. PT250 is the fuel pump. So we're at a loss on this one. Are we the only ones? Because I've not seen anything on YouTube. I guess we'll be rock stars, Chris, if we get this running, because nobody else has done it. We can't find it on YouTube, and we can't find it on the internet. Everybody's got a multi-fuel or a lift pump or something. So maybe we're just idiots and bought the only truck in the world that doesn't work. Another thing I forgot to mention is this truck does not have a lift pump. There's nothing in here but it's like a copper straw, right? Yeah. It's just like it's a pickup tube. So that's telling me that the fuel is supposed to suck all the way up this tube, all the way through this line, through the filter, to the pump, and then pressurize to the injectors. And I'm not buying that. Every other truck we've seen has some sort of a lift pump, but this one don't. Do we need to add one? I don't know. Alright, so this is a cargo truck, 5-ton, 6x6. I don't know if you can see that. XM813. Alright, so we've had a breakthrough on the 5-ton. This is day 2 here. Chris has been working on it this morning. I had to go to the doctor this morning, so he has figured it out. He figured out why the new pump wouldn't work, and I'm going to show you that now. Chris, show us what you got here, buddy.
Well, these 2 gears is what pumps the fuel. This little piece that's broke off goes in the pump, runs the gear off the front. When it turns around, it snapped off. So
there wasn't no way it could pump any fuel.
Couldn't pump no fuel because it couldn't turn the gear to pump fuel. So I took an old one apart, swapped the gears. I can get it to run a little bit, so I still have a little bit of air in the system that I got to work out.
But basically, you just replaced and put new gears in there with a new new spindle on the end and all that
Yes.
stuff.
I just put 2 new gears in it and another block for the back because it scarred the original one up. When it broke, it scarred it up.
Now this is brand new, y'all. This is, well, I say brand new. We don't know. We got it from a surplus, so we don't know if it was new or if it was like that when we got it. That's why it didn't work. We don't know. So, but now we've got it figured out. And the guy we talked to a guy from what, Boise?
Boyce Equipment.
Yeah,
Parts.
BOYCE, and he actually talked to us for about 30 minutes yesterday, talking about this thing, and he said it's got to be the pump. There's nothing else it could be. It's got to be the pump. So this morning, Chris tore it down, and lo and behold, it was the pump. So now all we got to do is find some parts, pieces, put it back together. We kind of got it temporaried right this second.
Yes.
So we'll put it back together the way it's supposed to be, figure out why it broke, hopefully, and prevent that from happening again, and put this thing back on a job site. But we appreciate y'all watching, and we still want any feedback y'all have on these things because we don't know a whole lot about them. Anything y'all know that we don't, feel free to put it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. All right, here we go. It's alive! Now we're going to fill her up with fuel.